Well, happy Thursday, happy Valentine's Day, and welcome to another edition of the Hecton Hangout Hour at the Stock Show, sponsored by our friends at Hecton Crop Insurance. Tabon, it's a breezy day out here.
It is a breezy day, and it's a sunny day. It's so bright out here. Seeing a lot of those breezy conditions. You know, we have gusts to 30 out there today, and warm.
Warm.
We're going to hit 80 degrees for our high temperature this afternoon. A whole different story. Yesterday, we started off with those temperatures in the 30s. This morning, we started off in the 50s. So that's a lot warmer to start off, and we're going to be about 15 to 20 degrees above average as we head into this afternoon.
It's going to be a very warm start. It's not as bad as past rodeos, though, because I think it was 1 or 2 years ago I was out here on a Saturday, and it got up to 93 degrees in the middle of February, and the next day was 40s and rainy.
Nope, not when the average is 63.
Nope.
That's not fun.
It's not fun at all.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys can come out to the rodeo today. It's going to be a great day. We have a couple of things on the agenda that we're going to take you behind the scenes of, so we'll take a quick break and go head on over to the Gandy Ink Barn and see what's going on in there.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we'll be right back.
Slate there.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I don't know. I was going blind.
I didn't think.
No, I couldn't see, and my eyes were getting squinty.
When you guys are ready to go on.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God, that was like painful. Did you see how hard I was trying to keep my eyes open?
No, I didn't notice because I got blocked.
I couldn't see, and my eyes were getting Thank goodness we'll be inside.
Hey, we got a push notification up.
No
We're doing
way.
everything right today, man.
Wow.
welcome back to Hangout Hour at the Stock Show, sponsored by Hecton Crop Insurance. We're sitting here in the Gandy Ink Barn, and to Bond, we've run into Erwin Schwartz Jr. My mic. And we ran into Erwin Schwartz Jr., and Mr. Schwartz is involved in the livestock show. Remind us how you're involved again.
I'm actually a past president. I've been the superintendent of the bear show and just kind of oversee all the swine shows now. Brother Dale is in charge of the bears, and David Kempen is in charge of the gilts. So shout out to them. They do a great job making everything go. So we're glad to have everybody here. We've had 2 great shows. We're kind of on the last day of the bears today. We're going to show right at 1,700 head in the bears. Had the gilt show on the weekend. Everything went great. Got a tremendous crowd here. We've had a crowd all week. So lots of people coming to town. It's a good show.
We've got 2 very high quality bears.
So what are they looking for exactly here in the bear show?
In the bears, they're a meat animal, and so they're looking at structure as far as being able to get up and move with enough muscle that when they go to harvest them, that you'll get a good piece of bacon or a good pork chop when you go buy it at the grocery store. That's kind of where we're headed. So.
Yeah, what's different this year compared to last year?
This year we've got a bigger crowd. We've got the biggest or the largest show we've ever had in the Barras. We opened it up to a statewide show. And when I say statewide, we used to have some restrictions. We eliminated those, and so now it's helped our turnout. So it's been a good deal for us. So, good show. I mean, lots of kids, lots of people. They come to San Angelo because it feels like their hometown. Most of the people that show are more rural people, and San Angelo is more their style. Not as big as San Antonio and Houston, so when they show up, they feel at home. Our people make them feel at home, and that's what brings them back every year.
So what's your favorite part about working with the stock show here?
Favorite part is working with the kids. I mean, you see those kids, a lot of them, I've been involved long enough, I've seen them come in as first-year shower, I've seen them come their last year and graduate, and just seeing the growth in those kids, their responsibility. And in this barn, we still hear a lot of yes sir, no sir, and that means a lot to me.
Definitely. And as far as when the barrel show is over, what other stock show events can we look forward to for the rodeo?
We're kind of coming to the end of the shows here at the stock show. The steer show ended yesterday. The bears are ending today. There's some breeding animal shows that will be happening down at the HEB building this weekend. I think they're still going to have the Longhorn show over there in the cattle barn this weekend as well. So just come on out and enjoy it. It's going to be great weather. Carnival's open. Lots of people here. Come out and enjoy our rodeo. I think tonight is tough enough to wear pink night at the rodeo. So if everybody can come out and support that cause, that's a great cause. The stock show has been a supporter of that, and the Children's Miracle Network for a bunch of years. That's a way for us to help give back to the community that helps us so much.
For those of us who don't know what Tough Enough to Wear Pink Night is, could you explain that?
Tough Enough to Wear Pink is a breast cancer awareness thing. We're helping push that breast cancer thing. For us on the swine committee, I've got a large committee, but a lot of my committee men have experienced that firsthand where their wife or their mother or sister has been in that, so we support that. It's one of those things where we're all in this together, and if we can't help each other, we're not going to go anywhere. So we want everybody to support that and keep moving forward.
Yeah, definitely a great cause. So how long is this event going on for today?
This show will be going on. We'll probably finish up between 6:30 and 7 tonight. We'll have our grand champion. We'll name our grand champion of the show the last thing we do. Probably 6:30 or 7. So they've got all day. If they want to come watch the show, come on out and enjoy it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the interview here today, and good luck with the rest of the day. Thank you so much. Yeah. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Well, welcome back to the Hangout Hour, sponsored by Hecton Crop Insurance. We're here at the Gandy Inc. barn, and we're talking with Mr. Lange, and you're an ag teacher in Graham, correctly?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
And what's happening behind us exactly is they're testing the winners, right, for drugs?
Yes, sir. They're testing them just because all these pigs and all the animals are going into the food supply and the food chain, and for the viewers at home, they're just ensuring that these kids are raising an animal that is providing a high-quality food product that would be the same as going to Walmart, H-E-B, any of the stores here in town, and it's met those same USDA restrictions and ensuring that a safe and wholesome food supply for viewers at home and the rest of us as consumers.
Well, that's good. And how do they test for drugs with pigs?
Well, they have placed a Ziploc bag around the sheath, and it's got like some yarn tied up to its top, so when the animal decides he needs to use the restroom, they can catch it, and then they put it in a cup. And after that, the vet stuff, I don't know how they do it after that, but I just know that much at least. They catch it with a Ziploc bag and some yarn around it.
Do you know how long it takes for the results to get in?
I think they know fairly quickly, but I don't think that the kids or anybody else finds out until later on. Matter of fact, the reason I don't know is because we've never tested one out. I mean,
okay.
If you're not doing anything wrong, you never know.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's not just unique to San Angelo, correct?
No, correct. All of the major stock shows, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Houston, Austin, they all test for them just for the same deal, to ensure a wholesome food supply for us as consumers.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Well, how long have you been involved in teaching?
You know, I've been in teaching. This is my 7th year now, and I started out west of Brenham. Now I'm in Graham for the last 5 years. I grew up here in Miles, so I enjoy the San Angelo show and coming back home and bringing the kids here to experience the show. It's very family-oriented, laid back, and it's an enjoyable experience for all of us.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, Mr. Lange.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Tabon, we want to go check out the rest of the pig show a little bit, kind of walk around. Let's go see what's going on.
Walk around and see. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. So they're still showing the barrows, again, the market pigs going on here, and today it's Durocs and other potential breeds, and I believe Berkshire and Yorkshire, I believe, is what the schedule said.
Okay, so what's the difference between all of those?
The breed, honestly.
It's
the breed. And if it's Berkshire or Yorkshire, these are going to be more of your pink pigs.
Like
so,
your babe pigs.
Yeah, more of your traditional pigs going on there now compared to, the other day when we saw Hampshires with the stripe on them. Now you're seeing more of those traditional pigs. And, again, they're just looking for meat like Mr. Schwartz was talking about earlier.
Right.
Just looking for meat in these, and pretty much the same thing as it was yesterday, just moving the pig around, showing the muscle tone, and that's what the judge is looking for. And I imagine it's looking for the same thing as yesterday, which yesterday we heard it was the bigger backside to him.
Mm-hmm.
And
bigger backside and not as much of a stomach.
Yeah, that's what they said yesterday.
But they always, they say it just really varies by judge.
It really does. And I'm not sure if there's a different judge today or not, but you can really tell that it's a big deal out here. And they said 1,700 pigs this year, and that's crazy to think about.
They said that was, I think, their record number, the most they've ever had, because they opened it up to, other states.
Yep. Again, they're just driving that pig around. What they had earlier, they had already decided the grand champion Duroc is what we heard earlier when we first got in here, and now again they're on I believe they're on Yorkshire. These look like Yorkshire to me. But they very well could be other potential breed, which is basically when you have a cross in there.
Okay.
But always neat to see this. Always good for the kids to get out and do this.
The kids seem to really, really enjoy it too.
Oh yeah, well they've sat there and they've worked with their pig for quite a while, and now you get to see if the hard work paid off.
Right.
And when the hard work pays off, it's an amazing feeling. And so, as we continue to watch the pig show, I want to remind you, you can see live streaming Spur Arena coverage, live streaming in the HB Community Barn down there. We don't have a camera in here, but we do have a camera in the other barns.
Yes, we do.
And, of course, we got the rodeo app online.
The rodeo app, where you can see the schedules of the rodeo, all the stock show, everything happening. And of course, I mean, if you're heading out today, great news. Tomorrow, everything opens at noon.
Everything opens at noon. Going to be a busy day tomorrow. And also want to thank Suddenlink and Santa Angelo RV for helping us with our live streaming coverage here at the stock show. We'll be back with more of the Hecton Hangout Hour after this break.
You got it. Welcome back to the Hangout Hour here, sponsored by Hecton Crop Insurance. We're still here in the Gandy Ink Barn. Tell us what's going on here today.
So Right now we have our first classes of OPBs that are in the ring right now.
Right now behind us.
Right now that is happening. They are showing right now. The judge is picking his top picks for this class. And then we'll get our second classes of light OPBs, excuse me, and we'll just continue on with the show. We've got dark OPB showing, Berks are still showing, and Yorks are showing today.
All right, tell me what is in your hand.
This is a tag wand. So each of these pigs, when they come in for this show, they get an ear tag. That ear tag has a microchip in it, and this fancy little device scans that ear tag as they come in, so we know which hogs have checked in for the specific class. So if it doesn't beep, that means they're probably not supposed to be in this class. And if it does, then they're good to go and they keep on showing. So it's just a way for us to make sure that everybody's accounted for.
Okay. And when the next class comes in, are we taking up their space here?
Yes. This is the holding area for the next class. So the next classes of light OPBs will be in this area. It'll be crazy. Then they'll come in behind us and go through this area, and the judge will sort them out over here.
Okay.
When he sorts those out, he kind of picks, okay, I really like these, 10, and he'll put them in the placing pins, and then the other ones, I got to think about those, and he'll put them into the show ring.
Okay.
And he'll go back in and reevaluate and figure out, is there any more that I really, really like?
And what are the judges looking for today?
Depends on the specific breed. They each have specific characteristics, but they're really looking for a nice thick ham, a wide rib, some stocky shoulders, but not too big, and a nice flow. Make sure they walk correctly and they look just sound and pretty.
All right. Is there a way to get the pigs to look pretty?
Different type of dietary or nutritional feeds and differences. You can substitute different things, higher proteins. Also, exercise. These animals need just as much exercise as we do to stay fit. So it's really similar, just different flavors of feed, I guess. They're not eating chicken and pork and stuff like that. So they have a lot of grain and oats and wheats and
All right, lots of stuff in that. How much time goes into, taking care of one of these to bring it to show?
So the hogs come in about September-ish. October is when the exhibitor first gets that hog. And they spend every day in the morning. They each get feed, so kids will spend a little bit in the morning, maybe 30 minutes with them in the morning. And in the afternoons, they get fed, they get walked, they get washed. You get working with them. You got to keep their head up. It makes them look really pretty. So they'll put in several hours in the afternoon with each animal. And some of these kids have 4 or 5 different hogs.
Right.
So that's, at least an hour, maybe 2 with each animal.
Right, and that is pretty common for them to show multiple animals within the same showing.
Especially with the market show. So most of these large market major shows are terminal.
Okay.
So if you don't place well, you go straight to the truck. And if you do, you'll get a chance to go in and win, and somebody can buy you out. So the breeding shows, kids tend to maybe only have 1 or 2 breeding, and they can take them to different shows. But market shows, you have some for Angelo, some for San Antonio, some for Houston. So you'll change different animals.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. We should probably get out of here before the next class comes and we get stomped over.
It will be crazy.
Yeah.
It will be crazy.
It definitely will. I'm not strong enough to hold myself standing if that happens.
You don't want to meet a pig up close and personal?
No, I don't think so. I think I'll get run over for sure. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be right back after a quick break. Oh, you got an audience.
Welcome back to the Hangout Hour at the Stock Show, sponsored by Hecton Crop Insurance. Devon, we're sitting here in the Gandy Ink Barn, and we've run into Maddie. Maddie, you showed a barrow earlier. How'd you do?
I got second with one bear and third with the other.
Wow, that's impressive.
Real exciting. Yes, sir.
And where are you from?
Stanton, Texas, right by Midland.
Oh, okay, so pretty close by.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Definitely not too bad.
What's your favorite part about showing?
I don't know, I guess it's spending time with them, making, memories of all my family and everything. My entire family shows, so it's definitely a big aspect of us.
Yeah, what's the process that kind of goes behind, getting everything ready to show?
Well, me and Dad drive to Indiana and back, and we pick up pigs along the way, and then we break them, train them, feed them, water them, and then we get here, and it's just the exact same thing. It's everything we worked for at home, just coming alive in the ring.
Wow, that's awesome.
So does your pig have a name? Do you name them?
We name them by their breeders.
Okay.
And so I have Hogue and 18.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, do you have any advice for, kids that want to get into showing? Anything for them to know?
Well, for them to do good, everything starts at home. All you're doing at home is making the banner. You pick it up at the show. So.
How long have you been doing this for?
I guess it's my 10th year.
Oh, that's awesome. And you hope to do it for 10 more?
No, I'm done after this year.
You're done?
I'm a senior, yes,
well, you ended the year. Great note then.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I still have Houston, Austin.
Oh, okay. Good.
Awesome.
And what was that? I can't even think of what I was going to say.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with the rest of your shows here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at the Hangout Hour, sponsored by Hecton Crop Insurance. Of course, it's going to be warm out there today.
It's going to be warm.
A gorgeous next couple of days to end off this last week of rodeo. And we couldn't do it without Sudden Link and San Angelo RV as well. I'll also have more rodeo coverage during News at Noon as well.
We will, and we'll have live highlights tonight on KLST and KSAN, live interviews on KLST at 5, and on KSAN and KLST at 6, and then the highlights tonight at 10. Remember, tonight the rodeo is tough enough to wear pink night. Be sure to wear pink and support those fighting breast cancer.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.